Our favorite game developer in all of the land is back today, confirming that Diablo Immortal is still progressing, it's still coming. We're gonna see it soon. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo and welcome back to the ECHO Gaming Diablo channel, where we focus on Diablo Immortal every single time we put a video out in the channel. And today we were stalking our favorite game developer, Wyatt Chang, and Wyatt had put out a tweet just today confirming that all of you skeptics out there, all of you people thinking that Diablo Immortal will not come, are wrong. The game is on its way, and we know this because of this tweet, which we're going to dive deeper into today inside of this video. Before I go any further, guys, make sure you sub the channel and ring the bell for everything Diablo Immortal. After all, we are the #1 Diablo Immortal YouTube channel in all of YouTube. At least English speaking, for now. So let's take a look at this tweet right now, and it says, "Love writing, love the world of Sanctuary. The Diablo Immortal team is growing. Our content creation team, join us." When you see a tweet like that, and you're someone like myself who's really in love with Diablo Immortal and can't wait for it to be released, it's exciting, right? So what we're gonna do right now is dive a little bit deeper into this tweet, see what the requirements are for this job, which can maybe let us know where they are in that phase of development. So the tweet takes us to this webpage where, as we scroll down, you'll see a job description explaining that it's in Diablo Immortal. I'm not going to sit here and read all of this to you today, guys, but you can do that. Pause the video at any point in time. I'll also link it down below if you want to take a look at that. It talks about that this is a full-time job and it's going to be taking place in California. And if you look at the very bottom, team name is Diablo Immortal. There is no question here that this job is for Diablo Immortal. No question whatsoever. It's 100% confirmed. So why would Blizzard be hiring people for a game that they're not making? Well, they wouldn't. So what does that tell us? It's coming. But where is it? How close to coming are we actually at right now? So when you think about game development, you have to think about the phases that happen during a game's development, right? You put together a basic game, you get the basic flow of the game, you put together the mechanics, you get the idea of how the game will play, all out on paper or even on computer. I mean, no one does it on paper anymore, but you get the concept down, you put those pieces together, and then you start forming what is going to be the game that you bring out to the masses, to us. Now, when does story come in? When is lore going to be added into a game that's being developed? Do you think it's something that's done in the very beginning before the game development happens? Or do you think that it's one of the final pieces of a game's development? Putting together that story, putting the building blocks together between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. The question is that, where is this game development right now if they're looking for someone to be doing the lore which is so detrimental to Diablo Immortal? If you guys like Diablo lore, I did have a series exclusively on Diablo Immortal lore right here with my friend Nine, and if you guys missed any of that series, you could check it out all around here, guys. They're also going to be linked in a playlist on my channel, giving us all of the framework for everything that we can expect when Diablo Immortal releases. So if you ask me my opinion on where things sit right now, I personally believe, and I'm no game developer, I'm just a guy who likes to play video games and talk to you about it here on YouTube. But if you were to ask me about the phases of game development, I would say that story and lore and kind of putting all those pieces together, it may not be the final step of game development, but it's gotta be getting close. I don't believe that those story pieces and summing up that story is something that's done in the beginning of a game's development. I think it's something that's done more towards the end. Again, maybe it's not the final step, but it's gotta be getting close, especially because the game was announced in 2018, BlizzCon. It was probably being developed for about a year at that point, so we're 1 year in. I played the game at 2019 BlizzCon, so that's 2 years in, and now we're at year 3. This is the time when BlizzCon will be coming. It's around now, a month from now or so. 3 years at least in development Diablo Immortal has been. Yes, some things were slowed down because of COVID, but I think that we're getting really close to the beta launch of the game. The beta launch would be the launch where players that are not just related to Blizzard employees, not just friends, not just family, not just content creators, but you know, some people from the community as well would be able to get their hands on Diablo Immortal to test it out, test the service, and basically test out how the game is going to play and how it's going to handle the workload. Now, speaking of getting your hands on, I went to my favorite coffee spot in town. Can you see that? Oh, yeah, there you can see it. Cafe Yen. This place has the best Joe in town. It may be my new spot to stop every day. Why go to Quick Check, Starbucks, and Dunkin' Donuts when you can get Cafe Yen? No, this isn't sponsored. I'm just literally right out of the coffee shop to record this video. In love with their Joe. They will probably never know that I was here talking about their stuff. But if you do happen to find them, New York, Cafe Yen, give them a little review on their website saying that Echo shouted them out in a video. Save 10% using code ECHO. But not really, but you could try. I mean, code ECHO has worked in other places such as Burger King in the past, so you never know when code ECHO could come in handy for you when you happen to be in town looking for some coffee. But guys, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that this next phase is the final phase of this whole game? I mean, they had it in internal testing, which was basically a closed alpha, right? And I think from the closed alpha, as we've heard and seen in other videos and discussed before, that I think it's gonna go from the alpha phase that it's in now into beta. I don't think there's gonna be an alpha. I don't think there's gonna be a closed alpha, an alpha, a beta, a release. I think it's gonna be alpha, beta, release. I think we're in the alpha right now, which is a very small alpha. The next phase that we should be seeing is going to be a beta, and I would anticipate that needs to be ready for the public. If you're gonna be playing the game, they're gonna want us to see that full game, right? They're not gonna want us to see bits and pieces. But the alpha that they're playing now, they don't need the story. It's all of the Blizzard employees playing this. Everyone that's really close to Blizzard playing this game at that phase where it's all about constructive criticism, seeing how it works, looking for bugs inside of the game. The story doesn't matter at that phase of development, at that phase of testing. It does matter when we get into the beta. And I think, guys, I'm not promising, but I think we're getting close. It will change my life immensely if I could play this game and give you a guide 3 days a week on Diablo Immortal. Would you guys like that? You guys could always sound off down below in my comment section, letting me know what kind of videos you're gonna wanna see when the game does launch. There's gonna be multiple classes. Do I do playthroughs of all these? Do I need to get 6 different iPhones to play 6 different accounts to put out 6 different videos on 6 different characters every single week? I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I may do some live streams too, so we can all experience it together. Now, if you saw my last video, guys, it was sharing with you how I have really been doing well on YouTube for Diablo Immortal, and when you do search Diablo Immortal, you will find a ton of my videos, which means we're getting recommended by YouTube. So again, I wanna thank you guys for that. In case you missed the video, you can find it right over here. It's also gonna be on the main page of my channel. I highly recommend you go back and watch content that is upcoming. Now, it's also worth noting, my next video, if all goes well, is probably going to be on Raziel, comparing it, playing it to my play of Diablo Immortal. Raziel comes out the 22nd. At the date of me recording this, it's the 19th. You'll see this on the 22nd. So I'll be recording that Raziel video probably as you are watching this right now. That's gonna be what's coming next. I hope you guys come around for it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for continuously supporting the channel. My social networks all linked down below. And what I would love is to get a bigger following on my Instagram for Diablo Immortal. Right now, everyone on my Instagram wants to see Clash of Clans and Brawl Stars. It's time to bring a Diablo Immortal scene there. So when I post something on Instagram about Diablo Immortal, you guys are there giving it the hearts, giving it those comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out these before you go, and be good.